What's up, classy climbers? You know, this information's too good. The Skynet is not letting me get through. I've been trying to get through for 30 minutes. Whew. Look, hopefully you guys are not still stuck in another video, but essentially today we've got a very interesting topic. Economic warfare. Now that's not sexy. No one really likes that topic, but I have to get to it because I've already getting several emails, several messages on Instagram because I put an Instagram story up yesterday. And it was a great Instagram story. If you can catch it before the live deletes, you better try to. It is a screen of CRTV and Blaze TV combining. Now, why are they combining? This was I was going to do this video yesterday, but I had so many client calls, I could not get through. So I just didn't have enough time. I still have a client call tonight, late tonight. Thank you, California people. You California folks keep me up about 9 and 10 o'clock trying to knock out these calls. So, but here's the deal. If you look at my Instagram story, if you get a chance, because I can't really share the screen, we've been having technical difficulties trying to get these cameras to like share the screen and do an old thing. I mean, it just would not do it. So here's the deal. Economic warfare. If you look up CRV TV or you look up the Instagram story I have live, still up from yesterday, there's a guy called, you probably haven't heard him, depending on where you are, Steven Crowder, Louder with Crowder. Now he's on YouTube. He almost had 1 million subscribers, but you know the Skynet has been attacking some folks and taking away their viewers, taking away their subs. I mean, I've been unsubbed from him at least 7 times, and I've had to go back and resub. A lot of issues are going on here that clearly are computer generated, like today, trying to get on here for 30 minutes. But I digress. What ended up happening is Blaze TV came out of Glenn Beck. Now, who's Glenn Beck? Glenn Beck was on Fox News. He had all these followers. He was selling $13 million in books in 1 year. I mean, it was absolutely a madhouse. So he goes off, takes his money, and starts the Blaze TV in Dallas, Texas. Well, Blaze TV is bleeding money. People leave the channel. All kind of stuff is going on. So in the end, Blaze TV, Louder with Crowder from YouTube, and a guy that's on Fox Business right now. Several people combined together to create this mega platform. Just the way, if you think about it, Grant Cardone had a mega platform with all these different shows on it. This is what CRTV has done. Now, if you look at the Instagram live story, you'll see there's like over 40 different shows. There's 2 Black conservatives. There's all these different people, all these different types of shows. And one of the shows is called Economic War Room. And the guy's intro is great because he talks about, if you think about it, how do you control the powers that be in your house? And I thought, man, I have to talk about this because together on that platform, they have 156 million people between internet, Facebook, YouTube, all of them. So these small players came together to do what? Create a master team. LeBron James does what every couple of years? Go to another super team. These people keep doing what in the NBA? Super teams. So some of y'all put your cities and states in because I'm going to be talking about Philly. I'm going to be talking about Nashville. I'm going to be talking about Florida, and I'm going to be talking about Texas. Oh, California, don't worry. We're going to talk about you too. Now, many people don't understand. What happens is, and I'm going to say this very carefully. I don't want to insult anybody here. Make sure y'all get the likes up. 70 of y'all here, 12 likes. Come on, baby. Don't do me like that. The likes are free. The problem is, 1, you don't want to do small teams. 2, you don't want to make a decision. 3, you don't want to commit. 4, by the time you see news, I've already been watching that news for 3 months. And it's not me bragging. It's just I know from the masterminds and groups I'm in, and these are people who are making 6 and 7 figures, they have enough time allotted in their business to see the same stuff in the news cycle. Come in the group and go, hey, have y'all been noticing this? Yeah, we've all been noticing this. Now, I told y'all on this channel, I don't know if you remember, I told y'all on this channel about a month ago, maybe more, I've been getting nonstop emails from people in Nashville, Florida, Georgia, Philly, a couple of places in Ohio, Detroit, and Texas. Doing what? Selling their land lots. Now, I didn't tell y'all all the cities. I just told y'all Nashville. But at the end of the day, I let y'all know that people are trying to sell land lots all of a sudden. Now, what does that mean when people are trying to sell land lots? What does that mean when people are trying to let go of land lots, you guys? What does that mean? When it comes to letting go of land lots, what does that mean? I'm going to give y'all a good 30, 40 seconds to put that in there. What does that mean when people are letting go of land lots? Skynet doesn't want your core audience to learn the truth. Run for the hills. It means property taxes are too high. Roscoe, I'm looking. My like is in. Thank you. Okay, Fort Lauderdale in the building. They're short on cash. That's one reason. Okay, land lots. Yeah, empty land lots with nothing on it, no building on it. Can't pay the taxes and insurance. Okay. Okay, now let's do it this way. Land lots are usually when people, if you ever notice, sometimes there'll be a neighborhood, a house burned down, or it's just an extra piece of land. Nobody's building anything on it, it's just sitting there. Usually somebody, picks it up, right? They pick it up, they pay the taxes on it. Now, when you're talking about some of the answers you are giving are good on the consumer side. Yes, you're spot on. They can't pay the property taxes and insurance. That's one. But who are we talking about? Developers. If I'm on the email list of developers, what does that mean? If they're trying to sell me all their land lots, the market is turned. The market is turned. Why would a developer who builds from the ground up, which if you guys, I wish I could go so deep, but I don't want it to go too deep. I lose y'all. If you understand real estate, it is cheaper in the long run sometimes to build a house up from the ground than to actually go through some of these old houses and try to remodel them. It costs so much money to go in and all of a sudden you open up, you got, foundation's bad. Oh, you need new pipes. You need new electrical. There are some of those houses in Detroit. You have to be very careful. Some of those houses in Detroit need $40,000 of repairs because the hoodlums, the Pookies, and the Ray Rays have gone in and tore out all the pipes and copper and wiring, and now you got a maze on your hands. So guess what's easier? Starting from scratch on a land lot you've controlled. So you got a guy building a house for $70,000, selling it for $300,000. You got a guy building a house for $250,000. You heard Sub-Zero yesterday. He knows why people in Atlanta want to build the big houses because they know how much they cost. They know they can build a $250,000 house and it be worth $500,000. They know they can put $300,000 in a house and it's worth almost $1 million, right? I'm trying to get you to see. I'm trying to get y'all there. Make sure y'all hit the like button now. It's 100 of y'all in here. I hope you're following me, what I'm trying to say. When you start getting countless emails about people selling land lots, unless you have a plan to build tomorrow, don't do it. Because what they've done is that developer's gone all around that neighborhood. All around that neighborhood. Hey, I'll offer you 10 grand, 5 grand, 6 grand, 7 grand. They didn't care because they know with the numbers they could build a house. Now, let me tell you about Nashville. Nashville's a market I've been watching. I had a set of friends who lived there. They bought a house for $80,000. Huge, long ranch style house, huge backyard. Did some remodeling to it. They sold that house for $374,000 almost 2 years ago. Trust me, every time I drove around their neighborhood, you see a sign, get a house for $80K. ARV is $350,000. No. That's after you put about $50,000 worth of work into it. But at the time, what people saw was $80,000 to $350,000. That means that wholesaler probably got it for $40,000. Again, I'm telling y'all, when a lot of African Americans say there's we ain't got no money, our parents didn't leave us any inheritance. These are lies. These are media lies. These are just lies. They usually have a house. They don't want to repair it and they get rid of it. So there I am in East Nashville at my friend's house that they bought for $80K, that they're selling for $374,000, actually, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And all the neighbors' houses are appraised at $300,000, $400,000. People sucking all the equity out their house. Okay? Now, what happens when the price takes a bite back? Now your house is underwater. Now, that wouldn't be a problem if you were talking about someone who's smart, and guess what they did with all the equity? They bought another rental house, or they bought a business, or they bought a franchise. That wouldn't be a problem. But what most people do, they take all the equity out the house and then they go stunt on it. They go on vacation. They go on trips. I told y'all this story over and over. And in the newspaper where it was showing this guy, he had a brand new Cadillac Escalade outside. He's standing out front in a wife beater for the newspaper. And he's like, I'm losing my house because it's underwater. Now, the camera shows the house. I promise y'all, I saw this house. This house couldn't be worth more than $70,000. But homeboy had took over $80,000 in equity out of it because it had said on paper it was worth $150,000. Now, you and I both know those neighborhoods. That house was worth $70,000. I don't care what the paper said. The house was worth $70,000. But he out there wanted the news to feel bad for him in his wife beater, talking about the economy's hard, sitting out there with a brand new Cadillac Escalade, talking about, the economy's so hard. Bro, if it was really hard, you go sell that Cadillac. It ain't that hard. We're making choices. Now, the reason I'm doing this whole show is I just want y'all, by the time you hear something in the news, like I got a friend, I kid you not, he just asked me not even 3 months ago about Bitcoin. Should I get some Bitcoin, Erica? And I almost just screamed. I'm like, did you not see it when it went up to 20 and now it's going down? Well, yeah, but it seems like something I should invest in. And I looked at him like, it just hit me. Y'all not watching the news like I'm not watching. Y'all not Googling and getting Google alerts. Y'all not going on Robinhood like I'm going on Robinhood and getting the tags and the alerts. Now, say what you will about the stock market crashing today. There's still some people who made money today. I know it's not believable. Oh, Erica, how did they make money? We ain't gonna go too deep into that. But there's still people who made money today. And when it comes to real estate, there's a really great woman. She's a stockbroker. She invests in rentals. Literally, she buy tax foreclosed properties in Philadelphia. They be a hole in the roof, and she'd sit on them sometimes and fix them one by one or two by two. And she was, even in her interview, if I could ever get her on the show, it'd be great. If Todd Capital can ever get her on, somebody get her on. She's been on other people's shows. She would buy these properties for $3,000, $5,000. Now she would end up putting 30, 40, 50 in them. But guess what? In Philly at the time, they'd be worth 180. Now in Philly, they're worth 300,000. Now in Philly, they're worth 400,000. Now all of a sudden in Philly, they're selling the land lots. Now, what does that mean? You've bumped up. Now, what I love about her story is every time she was telling she would invest in a neighborhood, she'd get properties for $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 in Philly. And people would be like, why are you buying over there? Ew, girl, why you buying over there? And she'd be like, don't you see it? Don't you see this property's going to be worth $180,000, $200,000 and I bought it for $5,000 and I'm going to put $50K into it? No, they wouldn't. They'd never see it. So she kept buying, and then when one street got too high in price, maybe 15 grand, she'd go over to another street in Philly and buy over there. So now this woman's got probably 20 properties. I think she has more than that, but I'm not going to, not my business. I'm not going to quote her. But just doing the math, I'm pretty sure she's a stockbroker. So she makes her money in the stock market, but she puts it where? In real estate, where what does real estate do? Preserve your wealth. So every time I hear people saying, oh, I don't know if it's a good time to buy a house, Erica. Even yesterday, I was making the point with Sub-Zero. He lives in Atlanta. Atlanta property, you can get property for 80 grand, 150 grand. Now further out, yes. But when you talk to somebody who's in Texas paying 350 grand, when you talk to somebody who's in New York paying 500 grand for a small hole in the wall, and they see all these people in Atlanta renting, they can't understand why. Because people don't value it. They don't see the value there of preserving their wealth. They much rather have the stunt car. They much rather have the flashy trips. And that's part of the problem of Atlanta. Because what happened in 2008 to Atlanta, I can tell y'all. Remember I told you about my cousin and her house that they built and it was worth $300,000? Well, when the crash came, now that house was only worth $200,000. But they still only built it for 70. And they still owned it. They had neighbors going under beside them. And they would say, you ain't got 70 somewhere you can buy your house back? Or 70 you can put through a family member and buy your house back? Let me tell you how serious it was. My mom was coming back from Iraq. I had 2 cousins coming from overseas contracting in Kosovo. Another one coming from another overseas contractor. They're all sitting there. We got 80 grand untaxed money right now. We can go down to Georgia and buy up everything. There were properties in Georgia, townhouses, y'all. I could do a whole new video about this, but I'm going to save it for another day. There was townhouses, brand new from the ground up, brand new. Developer was going broke. Auction was going down. You could get a townhouse from that guy for $32,000. Guess what? They still had a hard time getting people to get those townhouses in Atlanta. So y'all running around stunting with these cars, but you ain't got 32 on a credit card, 32 somewhere. You and a friend can't come together and get 32. I'm not going to give you all my family's business information, but I'm just saying that's how we acquired what we acquired. Brand new townhouses in Atlanta, 32,000. There were white dudes driving from California He had his truck, had California tags on. I said, I done bought 5 because he was getting out of California because he couldn't afford it. And this was 2008. This actually was 2009. I left grad school. Yeah, it was 2009. It was 2009. And I'm sitting here, a lot of y'all are panicking, but if you're watching my channel, if you're watching Glendon channel, if you're watching, you're ready. You're already, this is the economic war room. We've been talking about being ready for a while. This isn't a bad time. This is a great time. Because now that piece of land that was 20K, there's somebody here in Fayetteville selling it for 5. There 3 acres I was looking at, this person was trying to sell me to for 30,000. They're willing to give it to me for 10. And I know why. Because property taxes and insurance is eating them up. They're not a big name developer. They can't eat that cost. But I'm telling you because I know I'm on people's investor list. And this is how I knew. There's an investor list I'm on for this place. It's not in Baltimore. It's a city outside of Baltimore. Nice area, working class area. And what ended up happening is I noticed the same 3 duplexes for $109,000 kept being on the email list. It kept being on the investment club offered. Anybody want to buy this? Anybody want to buy this? Anybody want to buy this? And that's when I knew. And this happened about 4 months ago. That's how I knew. I said, now this is the 3rd email for the same 3 properties. They're not moving. They're not moving. So you know what that means? We're turning. That's all. We're turning. And that's not a problem because guess what? If you're ready, now is a great time to buy up half of Detroit. Last time there was a woman, I'm trying to think of her name. I did a video on her. I was showing how she was leaving. She was it Detroit or was she leaving Chicago? Y'all, I forgot, but I think it was Detroit. It might have been Chicago. But essentially, she owned 17 properties in a 3-block area. She had been broken in so many times. She said, you know what? That's enough. I'm done. And was selling all 17 properties. We're going to take her mom and move down south. She was done. But the guy or girl who have no investments, they're just sitting there at the whims of whatever your landlord wants to charge you. You have no money. You have no assets. You're in the bad position. You're the person who the next 5 to 10 years is scary. It's scary for you because you have no assets. And maybe you say, well, Eric, I just don't want to make a bad decision. I don't want to make a bad decision. There's a story about a donkey. And the owner said, look, I got to go out of town for 4 days. I have no one to take care of my donkey. I'm going to put a pail of water here. You can get this water, and I'm going to put straw here. And this donkey, hay actually, ought to be able to eat and drink water and be fine till I get back. Guess what? Comes back 4 days later, the donkey's dead. Why is the donkey dead? Because the donkey kept turning. Couldn't figure out, should I get the water? Should I get the hay? Should I get the water? Should I get the hay? Now, the donkey was tied up, but the donkey had enough room to eat some hay. Wait, get some water. Okay? Get some hay, get some water. But the donkey died from what? Paralysis analysis. Now, many of you sitting out here emailing me, calling me, Erica, I got like 100,000. I don't know what to do. I'm just scared. If you don't do nothing but take $5,000 and make a damn decision, your life will be different. See, you don't know, and all these people keep telling me, oh, Erica, I can't wait for the recession. I'm going to get in and buy everything. You can't even get in and do nothing now, so what make you think you're going to get in when the recession really here? Which, if you want to keep it 100, it's already here. Now, what is the definition of recession? Let's be careful. I don't want y'all being like, Erica's fear-mongering. She's fear-mongering. A recession is just 2 cycles of, and I'm giving the very basic definition. 2 cycles of not growth, right? Now, so if you watch the news is telling you it's the best economy ever since Jesus. It's the best economy. It is huge. Okay, it is. It's a great economy for certain people, not all. But if you look at some of the data I'm looking at is 6 months old. Toll Brothers, KB Homes, DR Horton, some of the biggest builders in the nation are 6 months old. The data they're giving you is old data. I can drive in Austin, Texas, and I can drive in this one part of town. I'll give you this prime example. If you're from Austin, in South Austin, they built this thing called East Park. In East Park, they built an additional 150 homes. So I had 2 friends that were going like, I can't wait to move over there. I'm going to go get a home because our friends live on this side of East Park. And this is development part 2. Now, guess what happened? A company from California came and bought up side 2. Now you go, why did they buy up 110 homes that were $150,000, $160,000? Guess what they're doing? They're turning them into rentals. This happened over a year and a half ago. In Austin, Texas, one of the boomingest markets out there. So a developer who just is finishing building 110 homes isn't going to sell them. He's going to sell them so they become rentals. Why is that? Why is that? Because they knew they were going to be able to sell them. They were super cheap. They're a great price. But I live in Austin. I check for Austin condos downtown every single freaking day. And I know y'all think I'm being dramatic, but literally ask anybody who knows me in Austin. I'm checking for a downtown condo every day because guess what I'm seeing? Condos that were $1 million are now all of a sudden $850,000. Condos that were $600,000 are now $500,000. But this is Austin, Texas. We have 150 people moving today. We got the racetrack. We got millionaires. What are you talking about? That's how I know I'm in the marketplace. When I'm sitting here helping my clients fill out form after freaking form after online form, when I open up my emails and literally 17 companies have emailed me today about funding, I knew I had to do this video. I knew I had to do this video. Because I said, if they're hitting me, and trust me, I know people who have $500,000 companies. I'm not gonna say their name while they're watching because they might get pissed. But like, I know her company. I know a guy company. $500,000. They're on record for $500,000 just last year. They're getting hit up with phone calls. They're getting voicemails. They're getting mailers. They're getting Amex is blowing their mailbox up. I came home. Now, you guys know I've been out of Austin right now for almost 6 weeks. And then I was gone before that earlier in the summer for a month. I came home, mailbox. 7 Amex offers. All the different kinds. Southwest, this. It's a thing they do. This is Christmas time. Lenny Cameron said something the other day and I was like, he's sure right. It's Christmas time. So all these people want to apply for stuff. Now think about why they're applying. It's a twofold. It's Christmas time. And then next year, when UltraFICO really kicks in, a lot of you won't qualify. So I have people right now, hey, Erica, look, I really want to get that credit repair. I have a solid 72 emails right now. And I'm putting your name on a marker. I put a little star by your emails. 73 emails right now. Oh, man, you know what? I want that credit repair, Erica. But you know what? Can I hit you back after Christmas? Now, what you just told me about yourself is you're about to go buck wild at Christmas. Even though you're watching this channel. Even though you hear me saying you should probably want to get in. And I'm not saying take all your money and go pour it into some real estate you know nothing about. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about we've brought on person after person after person between Terry, who knows stocks, is going to make money whether stocks go up or down. She can teach you that. She's been on here. She gave us a discount code. I was going to send that email out and I said, you know what? No, I need to do this video. Because she's traveling and trading and several people are going to be just like her, traveling, trading, living the good life. And people are still going to be like, well, I don't know what's going on. Right now, when someone, Aisha, an actual huge heavy hitter in the Philadelphia market, is posting about Philly's market hitting the wall, essentially, since we love using that word on YouTube, hitting the wall, they hit the wall. It's very funny because here's the second part of what she didn't lay out. A lot of times people who got in, that burst strategy, you guys love emailing me about the burst strategy, which drives me crazy, right? And there's like 4 or 5 of my other investor friends, that's all y'all email them about. Well, you know what I want to do? I want to get one house, then I'm going to refinance it, and I'm going to get another house out of that money. So what you just told me and you told my friends is you don't plan on making any more money. You don't plan on increasing your income. You are just going to milk a house and then milk another house, then milk another house. That's a dangerous game. Why? Because most serious investors don't take more than 60% out of a property. So let's do the math here. If a property is $100,000, but you bought it for 20, okay, you bought it for 20K, you got a deal, but it's worth $100,000. Most banks right now in this economy will only give you 85%. So that means they can only give you 85,000 out of that 100K property, right? Now, let's keep doing math. If most investors, ones who've really been investing for a long time, will tell you they only take 60K to 65K out. Now, what does that mean? At max, they take out 60. Now, if you put 20 in and you get 60 out, what did you make there, boys and girls? You made 40K. I wrote it down just in case y'all want to see it on camera, but I just wanted to make sure we were all doing on the same path here. Now, what does that mean? What happens is many people, I'm a bird, Erica. I'm a bird. Okay. And then they get that 85 stack, right? And then they get in another property. But that property isn't as nice as the first one. So then they burr again. And before you know it, they're not getting as much money out of these properties like you think they are. Their credit score has changed. They missed a payment. Something's happening. And guess what? Now you got a house that 3 or 4 years later might need some updates because you're competing in a marketplace for the best tenants that want to stay for a long time. And a lot of people are doing very basic upgrades. So I'm just trying to get y'all to see a lot of people, what you have to do, if you're going to be in this real estate market, is let go of the burr fantasy. I know, I hurt your feelings. Josh from Bigger Pockets said you can do it forever. I know. But when lenders start saying no, what is your other plan? See, a lot of y'all didn't have a second plan. Y'all put all your chips in to get the first property, which, hey, sometimes we do that, but you should be making sure you're growing in your knowledge and your base to understand how to do other financing. And clearly, if I'm not right, let me know. There's literally 200 of y'all in here and 46 likes. So, I mean, I'm just like, am I hurting y'all feelings? What y'all going on? Y'all don't want to hit the like button? Now, thank you, Rock and Roll Dina, for the $5 super chat. She said she made $1,500 a day shorting S&P. Like I said, there's going to be some people in here who have a skill, learn the skill. They're going to make money whether the stock market goes up or down. And let's be really clear. The stock market is only 20, like active, and let's be clear with the difference. A lot of your companies, 401k, have investments in the stock market. Let's not get it twisted. But 20 to 30% of Americans are active in the stock market. A lot of other people are like, what? What's that? And I didn't believe it until I started talking to more people. Start getting a phone with some of y'all. And after 3,000 phone calls, I realized a lot of you. Stock market? What? Why? What? What's that? Dividend stock? What's that? So I think it's important. I'm doing this call. I'm doing this talk because it's important. And every time I bring somebody on the channel, I gotta make sure I'm not bringing an advanced conversation to people who aren't trying to hear it. Now, how does this play into the people I've been bringing on the channel? Yesterday, I brought Sub-Zero on here to talk about tech jobs. It's just a skill. Y'all hit me up in the emails like y'all mad with me. It's a skill. Erica, everybody's not meant to be in tech. I didn't say that. And Sub didn't say that either last night. So don't be emailing me these angry emails like I did something to you. Get in where you fit in, but don't complain. That's my only problem. If you are a brother that works with your hands, you don't want to learn tech, you don't want to learn any of that stuff, that's fine. But don't be out here talking about, it's hard for the average brother, Erica. Hey, you made that decision. You decided that wasn't for you. You decided. Now, a brother that works with hands can be a plumber, can be a welder, can be any of things. Architect can be any of things. Construction management. You can be all these things that make a lot of money. But if you tell me you're a brother that works with your hands and you're not making no money, that something's wrong in that equation. That's you. Don't come on here atting me. Don't come on here emailing me angry emails about you got all these people thinking tech is easy. No, I never said that. And Sub never said that. He just said it's a skill and you have to focus. And y'all gonna stop wearing me out with these emails. That's all I'm saying. Thank you, Cal Phillips, for the $10 super chat. But again. Now I'm not even done. I'm sorry, I got more. Okay. I showed y'all the video. I talked to y'all about Nashville, and I talked to y'all about the video. At the beginning of this video, I talked about Glenn Beck. What's up, Glenn Cameron? If I see him. Glenn Beck CRTV, Louder with Crowder, all these people teaming up together. Why? Because teams are powerful. I don't think y'all understand me when I talk about how teams are powerful. You got Todd Capital here. You got Black Seed Fund Group. You got groups that you can call and talk to people and invest as a team. You know, your $1,000, my $1,000, several people on the team. Now, why am I saying this? Look at the Black Girl Fin Magic thing I just did. It's 20 different business people working together as a team. And I think when y'all see this market, that's what y'all going to have. You're going to have a lot of teams out here kicking butt. The Hula group I'm with, Simple Passive Cash Flow, the group I'm in, they've purchased 6 apartment complexes this year. Teams make things happen. And trust me, they were selling over 7 different properties out of Birmingham, Alabama. Why? Because they were getting out of single families and getting into multifamily. All right? Please don't at me unless you're going to put it in a super chat. All right? It comes out like a bright red orange, and I took my glasses off. So I'm squeezing to try to see what y'all writing anyway. But that's the thing. There's no commitment, right? There's no commitment. You guys won't commit to invest. You won't commit to do something. Like, again, you can't be the donkey. I'm just going to sit it out, Erica, until there comes a perfect time. There's no perfect time. There's no perfect time. And that's what is sad. It's even when we come and I bring people on the channel talking about dollar cost per average, right? Dollar cost averaging, where you invest a little bit over time. Many of you are like, oh, I don't know. I don't know. I have returns on Lending Club now that are 13 and 14%. And people say, how you still got that? They took some of them old notes out. Yeah, because I didn't wait till last week to invest in Lending Club. I've been investing with them for years. I got over 400 notes. I'm probably down to 420 because some people have already paid off and closed out. But this, I'm trying to get y'all to see you cannot sit on the sidelines and go, I want to win, but I don't want to put any skin in the game. I want hot chicks, but I don't want to talk to women in the public. I want to have muscles, but I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want, you know what I mean? There has to be some commitment, y'all. Somewhere. It has to be some commitment. And I even asked y'all on here something simple. Something simple. Did you get your journals? Did you get your planners for the year? Have you planned out your year? And people be like, I don't know about that, Erica. I don't know about that, Erica. So you're going to tell me you're going into next year and you have no idea what you're doing next year. You have no idea where you're traveling. You have no idea if you need to make more money. You have no idea. There's no freaking plan. And so how can someone help you if you have no plan? You have no plan. Let's just keep it 100. If you don't have a 5-year plan, you're already there because you ain't planning much for yourself. Right? So if you tell me, hey, Erica, I want to invest in groups, I want to invest in stocks, or I want to invest in real estate, we got plenty of videos on here that have talked about that. We got plenty of people I've brought on here. You want to talk about making more money? We brought plenty of tech people on here to show you they're making a lot of money in tech. I talk about the trucking course. You know, there's guys who are like, oh, I drive trucks, but if you don't want to do that no more, go find something else you want to do, but at least own the truck because you know the insides. Oh, where are my mods at? Does somebody want to be banned? Go ahead and ban them. Any of my mods, if somebody's acting up, ban them. Well, you gotta be in the game to get the game. Does that make sense? You gotta have something you commit to. And I want you to commit to yourself at least at first. If nobody else, commit to yourself. So look, I'm going to read over what some of y'all are saying, but I mean, to make it clear, the past 5 months, I've been getting article after article and article, and email after email, people selling me their land lots, people trying to sell deals, people trying to sell single family homes in Birmingham. And here's the funny thing. When this guy sent me an email, I lived in Hoover for 6 months working with the Red Cross and after the the tornado. And my mom was down there for the military. And so when I see these numbers, I'm like, bro, I live down there. Those numbers aren't working. Those numbers are not what's it. Don't show me some numbers that are bullcrap. Today, Nina had a hilarious Instagram where she says people are like, oh, I need a buyer, Nina. Oh, send me the property. Oh, the property's worth $200,000. Man, if you don't stop, that property is worth 100,000 on a good day. So again, there's all kind of money out here to be had. There's all kind of stuff to be doing. If you're on this channel, you are in the economic war room. You're ready. You have knowledge of the system. You have people that are brought on videos that can help you. There's a lot of information I've put on here. You cannot keep sitting on the sidelines and going, well, Eric, I just don't know. That's not the perfect time. And I'm telling you, I have asterisked those 73 emails of people telling me they want credit repair in January after Christmas. Because I know what you're going to be doing. I'm going to Google you. I bet you're going to be somewhere acting a fool. That's all. So look, let me see what y'all got talking in here. And that's just the big takeaways is you have to commit to something. Commit to yourself. Because if you're telling me you're committing to sit on the sidelines through the next recession, it's not going to be good for you long term. A lot of you have not made any backup plans. You just haven't. So, and I think the reason I keep interviewing people that are of Jamaican descent, Haitian, Islanders, all these people I keep running to in these investments, in these conferences, is because they come here and go, that's pretty easy. I can do that. I mean, the reason I bring up one of the first people to buy a trucking course off this website, off my YouTube channel, I think how long was it? I can't remember exactly, but I can go email him. He saw it, saw the video, went out, got his EIN number, got his LLC, got his office in Houston, went to Navy Federal Credit Union, got a $40K heavy equipment loan, got a truck. 2 days later, CCOM put him with a driver. He's rolling. And you know what? When I met him in person at the Max Maxwell event, I was like, oh, he's African. He looked really like a regular old black guy. But when he started talking, I said, oh, you're African. I should have known. But here's the thing. You can't have big wins if you don't pick something. Does that make sense? And I don't mean pick it in 30 days. You're kind of in it, but you're not. I've been doing this YouTube channel for 5 years. Yeah, I wake up with everyday sales, but that's because there's videos, 1,500 videos. Yeah, there's people offering me to go talk at their conferences this year, but it's because it's 1,500 videos. Yeah, people ask me, but that's 5 years worth of work. Yeah, there's people asking me to join their investment group, but that's because I've been stacking and squirreling away the money. And every time, here's the funny thing, I'll get emails from people, well, why don't you do this? Or why don't you travel here? Or why aren't you doing this? That's what you would do with your money. You be tricking in Brazil. I'm not tricking in Brazil. I'm going with some group of friends in June to Greece. I already paid for my trip for Bali and in Italy with a group of friends. And people go, but Erica, if I was making that money, I saw your tax return. If I was making that money, I'd be doing trick. No, I'm not tricking. I'm not tricking. Who do I need to be tricking for? Who do I need to buy stunts for? I had some friends go, Erica, I thought you were going to buy a truck. Yeah, if I can pay cash. And trust me, you got to see the dealership's face when you come in there with a cash check. It's hilarious. Come in there with a cashier's check for your money. Come in there with a cashier's check. See how they act. Whole new dealership. What do you want, Miss Williams? Whatever you want. Whatever color car you want. I'm like, can we get that car from 11 grand to 9 grand? Oh, I don't know, Miss Williams. I have a cashier's check already made out. Well, you know what, Miss Williams? Whatever you want. Let's get that total down. It's a whole different ball game. But y'all want to trick. And that's okay. That's okay. But I'm just telling you, I'm already getting comments from videos that are 4 years old. Is this still available? Is this available? Sir, it's not available anymore. I had somebody email me, man, your prices are through the roof, Erica. No, your pockets are low. Prices aren't through the roof. Your pockets are low. I have people in my own sphere who are like, why are you charging so low? What you doing? Stop with these low prices, Erica. That's how I know. When you got people with 50,000, 100,000 subscribers telling you, what are you doing? Why are your prices so low? And I'm like, well, I'm just trying to help the everyday man. I'm just trying to help everyday brother, everyday sister. I'm just trying to help these truck drivers. Man, that's ridiculous. Get your prices up. I'm telling you. So that's why when people say, oh, your prices are so high. Like, no, your pockets are low. Don't beg for what you need and pay for what you want. What you want is the car. What you want is the tricking. What you want is the vacation to Miami and Dominican Republic. What you need is to, one, get that credit clean. 2, invest. 3, make a decision, grow some kind of side business. A lot of you tell me you don't want to do Uber, you don't want to do DoorDash, you don't want to do any of these things. Okay, well, what do you want to do? I can't spend an hour on the phone with you, you telling me what you don't want to do. And that's what a lot of you pay me for an hour for you to be like, nah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that, Erica. Okay, then what would you like to do? I want to do something easy. I want to do something light. Don't work that way. Don't work that way. So look, I've got some California people who have scheduled calls, and I gotta get to it. So I'm gonna read over some of these. I'm sorry if I don't get everybody, but they pay good money. So we gotta get to it, okay? So let's see what we got in here. Thank you guys so much for the super chats. Let's see what we got in here. Hello, everybody. What's up, Atlanta? San Diego in the building. Phoenix City, Alabama, next to what is that? Columbus? Okay. What's up, Erica Watson? California's in the house. Philly's here. Erica Watson, are you in Philly right now? Any of the Philly people, y'all know what I'm talking about going on in Philly right now. DMV, right now. DC, there's a guy I know bought 4 raggedy in the hood townhouses, condos. I don't say his name on here because y'all don't know who he is. And he'd be like, yeah, I've been holding on to them. They're all worth $500,000 now in DC, a raggedy neighborhood that is, to me, is like, I wouldn't stay there. But he bought them when they were 100,000. And people were like, I wouldn't invest over there if I were you. I wouldn't stay over there. And now 5 years later, homeboy's sitting at what? Do the math. He owned 4 of them. Do the math. He got $2 million in his pocket. And guess what? His side business that he was building all that time, when those properties went through the poop, poop, poop through the roof, took some money out. Now his business has 3 locations. I ain't gonna say his name because y'all know him. He be on here. But my whole point is, don't be sitting there on the sidelines like, I just don't know, Erica. I just don't know. Right now, I've been going on auction.com. There's 2 clients I'm helping right now who are, don't say anything if you're in the comment section. Don't say anything because I don't want to help nobody else right now. And you know who I'm talking to because I saw your name pop up. They are buying properties off auction.com and XOME.com. There are properties all over in South Carolina and a couple other places that were going for $25,000. Now, here's the deal. They were like, well, Erica, I've never been over there. I've never been to that town. It don't matter. It's going for $25,000. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Just old people done gave it up, or taxes, or whatever. It's on this auction list. Get all 3 in that little town. Find one property manager. Go on about your life. There was an article about the military man who's been overseas like almost every other year doing some kind of contract work. He gets $80,000 a year off his rental properties in Montgomery, Alabama. Has he been to Montgomery, Alabama? Buying online. But you know what he did? Make a decision. He made a decision. Some of y'all, I'm reading these cities. Fort Worth's been cheap forever. Fort Lauderdale used to be cheap. Charlotte used to be cheap a long time ago. Hollywood, Florida, still cheap. Indianapolis, not as cheap as it used to be. Everybody in California, hats off to you. I apologize for you. Let me see what else I got. And does everybody understand what a land lot is, right? Everybody understand what a land lot is. Sometimes it's in a neighborhood. Sometimes, Nashville is what made a lot of people mad is on East Nashville. They would tear down a nice big house, long ranch house, and put up 2 modern houses with like three flights of stairs, right? And people are like, man, I don't want to climb up and down stairs. Yeah, you don't, but hipsters do. Alpha Trucker, becoming an investor through trucking straight out of Los Angeles. Congratulations. The material is getting more expensive and the market's not hot. Roscoe, here's the thing. Material actually right now is bottom prices. There's a guy called Unsophisticated Economist. He works in timber and tools. He had to take down a bunch of his videos because he was working at this guy's material shop. And basically they're like a lumber yard / materials. You can buy, a lot of they had net 30s, net 60s, net 90s for a lot of contractors. He had to take a lot of his videos down because his boss was like, hey man, don't be telling our business like that. Essentially the materials were cheap. Pennies on the dollar. Cheap. Weren't moving. Guys coming in there paying their 30 days late, 90 days late, 60 days late. And that's in California. He's in California. So the materials are cheap. Don't get that twisted. David Porter, she's not lying about them Detroit houses. What's up, Philly? Developers are secretly buying up stuff. No, they were buying up stuff for a long time. Now they're getting rid of it. See, Perceptions Media in Brentwood, Tennessee. He's in the Nashville area. I get those landlord emails like crazy. Oh yeah. Oh, thank you. High quality mic. 120 more people come hit the like button. Thank you. There's like 230 of y'all in here, but it's only 80 likes. So I mean, look, y'all like the video after. The people who see it after can like it, whatever. Oh man, T. Kelly said Escalades have a big back seat. He can sleep on it. I mean, and he wasn't even worried. He had like a somewhat of a sad face, but he was like, "Yeah, this economy is crazy, and my house underwater." And I'm like, "Sell the Cadillac, sell the Cadillac, sell the Cadillac." Like I wanted to be like, "Sell the Cadillac, sell the Cadillac." It was nice though. It was white, nice tires on it and everything. Roscoe said gassing up a Cadillac for a month is probably the cost of rent. I'm driving one of my mom's extra vehicles, and she has a Jeep. She has a couple Jeeps, but anyway, she has a Jeep, and I was driving up. I'm getting ready to drive to Asheville in a day or two, and to go check on a property. Anyway, and I had to put $50 in that tank. I'm like, oh my goodness, gas is 208. And I was driving around town, and everybody with those real big trucks, those souped up trucks, those like monster looking trucks were out today. And I said, oh, now the gas is low enough you can drive your monster truck. But we all know what happened last time when gas went up really high. What happened? Everybody driving a little Honda. They old used Toyota in the house. They done pulled it from the backyard and put new tires on it and cleaned it up because they had to drive it because they couldn't afford the gas in the big SUV. I have a friend who had a tie hole, a big one, an old one, but it's paid off and she will not sell it. She's like, Erica, I paid so much, I won't sell it. And I'm like, gas was really high, but now gas is low, of course. And she's still like, I'm not going to sell it. And you're like, your kids, all four of your kids are grown now. You don't even need it. She won't sell. Look, Made Five, we're going to talk about crypto next year with you. I'll wait a few more months and then we'll talk about crypto. But Made Five, he owes us a video. He got to come back on the channel. Because Made Five knows how I am about starting businesses. People get on my nerves like, Erica, stop saying everybody start a business. Here are your three: stocks, businesses, real estate. If you tell me, Erica, I ain't liking stocks, I don't want to start a business, what does that mean? That leaves you with real estate. You need to pick an investment vehicle. Like a lot of you are like, well, I just want to save my money. I want to save it. With inflation, your money is losing value every single day. I mean, there's a video where a guy's like, imagine throwing $20 out the window every day. If one, you don't own a business because of write-offs, and two, inflation. So, I mean, you make the choice. A lot of people fight me on this. I love May 5's attitude about business because it's true. And I'm not even talking about starting these big businesses where you got to hire employees. I'm just talking about having skills. Like my last two friends that got fired as engineers, you know what they were making as a temp engineer in Austin? A temp, not TEMP, TEMP, temp. $55 an hour as a temp. As a temp. So again, he was 1099ing it, but he was a temp worker. And that's why people crack me up with this, like, I don't want a tech. I don't want any of these skills. Okay, fine. I'll switch it. For those of you complaining about skills, a temporary worker at an apartment complex for AC. Now, if you were a full-fledged AC company and they call you out for an emergency, a lot of you going to make $80 for that emergency call in Texas. If you just do temp working at apartments in Texas in the summer, ACs, you making $22 an hour. Temp work. Because if the ACs go down in Texas, baby, and Arizona, they calling you. They calling you because it's against the law to have them ACs go out. It's against the law. Todd Capel, investing requires seeing what others don't see. Very true. Roscoe, I'm going to talk about Bitcoin. Y'all not going to get me in trouble. Paying a mortgage isn't a bill. It's an investment. Facts. I probably should put my glasses on. It'd probably help. Nope. We're just going to strain our eyeballs. I don't have any blue screen glasses yet, but I need to get some. Okay. February 2009, got a 3-bedroom brick in Detroit for 13,000. Told everybody to get in and nobody did. Now they're renting. Wow. LG. LG? Is that what he said? Gee? Listen to what he just said. February 2009. Got a 3-bedroom brick in Detroit for 13,000. Told everybody to get in and nobody did. Now they're renting. I know Asia Denton has a story of her mom. The house beside her mom was for 11 grand, and her mom said, "Should we buy it?" She said, "No, don't do it. Everything's falling. The sky is falling in Detroit." That same house beside her mom is worth $109,000, and she said to this day, one of the worst things she ever told her mom was not to buy that house. To this day. And there's properties that were, when we went to go to the basketball game, the Detroit Pistons, we were asking how much were these townhouses, and she said, "Well, they're 400,000." I said, "Well, how much were they during the recession?" 40,000, but nobody was buying them. When she said that, I was like, 40,000, and you're downtown, and they were building this giant basketball stadium, and nobody bought them. It's crazy. They just put $78 million in this basketball stadium, and there was a $40,000 apartment. Come on. Where's Cam Cam? Cam Cam had the flu, and Cam Cam was sick. So I know Cam Cam, hope he feels better. A lot of donkeys out there. Look at Kensington, Port Richmond, and Franklin neighborhoods. Erica Watson, where's that at? In Philly? That probably is what you're talking about, Philly. But yeah, she's been investing in those areas since the last recession. So she, if you message her, she might give you some game, but she cracks me up. Thank you, CJ. What time is it? Okay, we have phone calls, so we can't disappoint our clients. So I got 5 more minutes. Any questions y'all want? Y'all better throw them in here because I got 5 minutes. I got to get out of here. Fool Circa died from woulda, coulda, shoulda syndrome. Yes, we have a psychologist at our church, and he's like, "Don't should yourself to death." That should have happened. That chick should have called me. This should have happened. You don't should yourself to death. It's the worst thing ever. Lions, yeah. The economic data releases months behind. Yeah. Frisco, Texas already popped. Yeah. Y'all saw the article? Peep, this is how crazy. Todd, if you're still here, they were complaining in Frisco, Texas of buying a house for $150,000. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, sometimes 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, 2-car garage for $150,000, Todd, in Texas. And I'm sitting here like, that's cheap. How much cheaper do you want it to be? Now, I do know some people at the last recession, they bought like almost brand new properties for 109 in parts of Temple and Killeen and stuff like that. But those areas didn't have a lot of pizzazz to them. Todd Capital said the condo downturn is already apparent in downtown San Diego and will soon hit Los Angeles. Well, the thing that's happening in Austin is you'll build a building. Someone's paying $500,000. But they're not getting full. And then they'll build a building right in front of it. So the person who had the original condos, they're like, "I'm not buying that building." So they're having to discount them so low because the view you were paying for, you can't see no more. And also, like, the lawsuits are hitting each other because literally now they just turn them into rentals because who wants to buy a condo where you can't see the water down in Austin? That's why you buy the condos in Austin. Full Circle Ultra FICO is already here. If you are in business and you've been working with me or a lot of other people and you've been applying for loans, you already saw Ultra FICO is already here because they were asking you for 3 months of bank statements. Dang, travel 4K, that's tough. Lions Group Financial Corp. Todd Capital is wow. He just said, sitting around enjoying weekends while we work and are supposed to feel sorry for them. Listen, I said this the other day when I was interviewing Sub-Zero. A lot of my friends who were making 100,000 or they're working at Samsung 60 hours, 50 hours a week, and they've been working in tech for the past 8, 9, 10 years, and they decide to take 6 months off and the tech company's okay with it. That's nice. And they can afford to go somewhere for that 6 months. We had one friend get a severance package for like $50,000 for 6 months. And he was like, "Oh, I'm so nervous about my next job." And everybody's like, "Why? You're an engineer. You'll always be hired somewhere." He was so nervous. He only went on 2 vacations and came home. And we were like, "That's it, bro? That's so boring." So LG, I drive a '07. People look at me like I'm an alien. Thai capital wowing. I never heard of met a hardworking poor person. Now, here's the thing: when someone says hardworking poor person, what they usually mean is somebody who's working so much, they're so physically tired, they're so mentally tired, they're not eating good food. They come home, the kids are tired, they're eating KFC. Well, you're tired because you're not getting enough sleep. Well, you're tired because you're not eating high quality food. You're tired because you're not getting vitamins. A couple years ago, you guys know this channel. If you watch the channel, I've had surgery, a major surgery a year or so ago. Then I had a major appendix about to burst in Austin when I first got there. And literally, when I started taking vitamins and I started going to Whole Foods and getting the juices, I hate to say this, but a lot of my black friends were like, "Why are you paying $8 for that?" I'm telling you, I would have a juice from Whole Foods and it was like the sea of life, like a caffeine shot hit me because my body was not getting enough vegetables, was not getting enough vitamin, was not getting enough nutrients. That whole macronutrient thing is not a bullcrap thing. It's a real thing. And that's why you're seeing, and I'm going to say this and I'll be honest, that's why you're seeing 40 and 50-year-old women and men who look better than 20-year-olds because they grew up in an area where their mom was cooking real food. They know how to cook real food, and we're staying eating processed microwave fast food crap. Period. I'll say that. You need micronutrients. Are there such a thing as hardworking poor person? I think there's a tired person who don't make a lot of money, but instead of making the decision to go, I need to go ahead and leave this career, it doesn't happen. I keep meeting people who are 40 years old working in food service, and I'm like, let that shit go, bro. Oh man, it's so hard. I love cooking food for people. Then be a cook on the weekends. Be a caterer on the weekends, but don't be cooking at Chili's at 40 and complaining. There's a guy right now. I don't care if he sees this video. He can call me if he wants to and cuss me out. He has been evicted 3 years in a row. And people were offering him, even my family, other people we know, offered him jobs, trucking, real estate, anything. He was like, oh man, I don't want to be away from my kids. I can't do trucking. I don't want to be away from my kids. Bro, you've been evicted 3 times and your kids don't even live with you. So guess what we looked up on Facebook this year? What he's doing? Another girl pregnant. Another white girl pregnant. Black guy just living with her. And we're like, so you're going to still keep cooking food as a chef. You don't want to drive a truck. You don't want to learn mechanical skills. Even a mechanic guy here tried to help him. And so, yes, do I understand when people say, I'm working so hard, Erica, but why? Did you not make the choice to turn at the time you needed to? That's probably why. And y'all can unsubscribe if you hate me. I get it. Erica Watts, I may not be able to buy real estate right now, but guess what I can do? Up my game in mobile notary for those, get those loan signings. Yes, you can. And there's groups like Black Seed Fund Group, 2,500 is the minimum. Todd Capital, I think it's 1,000 is the minimum. There's groups you can invest in by putting little chunks. Fundrise, you can put $500 in, getting your 10 to 12% interest. Now, many people are like, that's not sexy, Eric. I don't want to hear about that. But that's a start. When I did that whole video about 16% solution, the solution is getting more money, getting more returns on your money. Again, thank you, Cal Phillips, for the 99 super chat. I think that's made. Let me see who else. Somebody else gave another super chat. Hold on. I'm going to check. Hold on. Oh, crap. I got to go, you guys. Hold me. See. I didn't mean to get too stuck in the weeds. Team building, networking, and financial mixers. Yeah. I'm telling you right now, I went to that FidCon. There's 20 different people. I'm going to be on a podcast tomorrow from Monique. She was just on Bigger Pockets. They just did a whole show on her. I'm going to be on her podcast tomorrow. Why? Because I met her at FidCon. And she's like, oh, you're a hardworking lady. Come on my show. I'm like, oh, me, Erica? Yay. I mean, but networking is a big deal. Teams, this team mantra I keep telling y'all, it's going to matter. Teams matter. Alvin Whitney, Lending Club is rising rates. I'll even say this, Alvin Whitney. When I talked about Lending Club, I invested at a time where people were like, F the bank, I need a loan. I'm even not moving away from Lending Club, but I'm focusing more on Fundrise because it's real estate backed. Thank you, May5 for the super chat. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Africans get it. Man, listen, Rock and Roll Dina, Jamaican immigrant, come here for the opportunity. The last 5 people, look, y'all didn't realize Terry was Nigerian. See, nobody paid attention to Terry's last name. It's Nigerian. Like somebody asked me, was she Asian? Which I thought at first too. But then I was like, oh, no, that's not Japanese. That's Nigerian, your last name. House Buying Brian on Instagram, Nigerian. He's making $100,000 job plus. And he did $100,000 in wholesaling real estate in Houston. Why? Because he spends every afternoon driving. Today, what did I do with this phone? I used the freaking deal machine and took pictures of people's houses so I could have 100 houses to mail out on my mailers list for this city, because I'm not going to be in this city in a few days. I'm going to be gone. So Africans get it. Ooh, Todd, I ain't gonna read that. I want to listen, I don't have time for the hoteps to get me. Hoteps will get me. Chicken. That's right. Natasha, yes, you have to be either Navy or you had to have a family member. You don't listen. I say Navy Federal all the time, but there's so many out there y'all can go get. There's all these credit unions. You don't have to just use Navy Federal. There's other credit unions that are blessing people. Pockets are in the recession. They are. Oh my God, there's so many. Wait, there's so many more. Marco 11, what do you think about marketing for barbers? For a barber, you need to, if you have a barbershop, if you own it, thank you, May 5. Awesome broadcast. If you own the barbershop, you need to get the radio station to come out there and do shout outs. You need to have specials. You need to do like, there's something one of the barbershops does here. They do a backpack giveaway, right? Haircuts for $2 backpack giveaway. So that means you come in, spend $2, get your haircut, and they give the kids backpacks. Now, many people say, well, Erica, that doesn't make sense. But they're getting backpacks from China for like $1. So they're getting packs of paper from China for a penny. They're getting pencils for like a couple pennies. And the guy does it every year. He buys a bunch of stuff for the barbershop in advance, and then they give away all this stuff. It's super funny. Where to apply for new business credit? Shao Hollow, I don't know your situation. Again, if you saw the show we did the other day about credit, start with your bank, business bank accounts, and business credit cards, and then Lending Club, Prosper, Lindo. There's so many. You might as well get a consult. That's a rabbit hole. That's a whole nother show. Can't do that. See, there you go. Shout out, Erica. I started my LLC and trying to get a credit card from American Express. Ultra FICO is in place because they asked for my bank account information. I declined and they denied. I keep telling y'all. I think y'all think I'm lying. They're asking for your account. Listen, and if you got a business bank account that's got all kind of money running in and out of it, show them receipts. Give them the paperwork. What's up, Tyron Cooked? Let me see what else we got. Virginia Beach in the building. GA is doing land bank just like land lots. Yes, you can go in the land bank in Dallas, several cities, and purchase properties. GM started those layoffs today. Listen, I can't even explain it to y'all. I better not say his name. A millionaire emailed me that in Youngstown, Ohio, they're laying off 5,000 people. But when you do the math on the other jobs that are surrounded that one factory, they're going to end up laying off at least 40,000 people. Ohio's been pouring people out for a long time. So I just gave you a free tip. You're welcome. The factory that's closing in Youngstown, Ohio, you're going to have a bloodbath for closing other places. So how about that? Thank you, Stone Mountain. Thank you, Virginia Beach. Thank you, Birmingham. Mentor Shelley, because they're literally their data is 6 months behind. And honestly, if you're a realtor, your data is like a month or two behind. Sometimes it's 3 months behind. But overall, like there's so many people moving to your town. A lot of these cities that it is still a buyer's market. Oh, Benita Hughes. I'm sorry. That's a whole nother hour conversation. You're going to have to come on another live show. Oh, gosh. So many. Can we block the crypto guys? Who's talking crypto? I can't see. Todd, you're a moderator now. In the future, next time you come on, if you want to be, you can moderate. Who's my other moderator? Made 5, you can be a moderator. Who else can be a moderator? Next time, y'all can do whatever y'all got to do. Okay. In Cali, a married couple with advanced degrees can't even afford to get outside the hood. Woo. Giggles 3G, how much is your consult? Go on there and see. I'm not going to answer simple questions y'all can see, man. Come on, y'all. That's not fair to other people who come on the live super chat and ask questions and drop money and support the channel. There you go. Again, Marco 11. Yeah, I'm so sorry. You're going to have to come on when I'm talking more about marketing. about barbershops. I apologize. Do you only do DoorDash or Postmates or Uber Eats? You can do them all. You can do 2 at a time, but it's hard to do 3. Buy a juicer. Yeah, Atlanta. At the time, I was like, I'm not trying to do no juicer. I was really sick at the time, and I promise you, when my doctor is like, you need spinach and you need iron before we do this surgery, I went every day, and I felt like a whole new person. It was crazy because my body wasn't absorbing the iron before the surgery. Yo, Receipt Davis. I'm so you guys. I have the text notification, but you have to text Classy Climb 474747. And I keep trying to tell y'all, Classy Climb, one word, 474747. You text that, get on the text notification list. I can start using the text notification list in like a week. My person from California is gonna be pissed with me, y'all, because I'm already late. Let me get off this. AD Redfin's my side gig. Good way to keep my license active and make extra cash. Listen to me. This deal machine, you going around, you take picture properties, drop it in there, and drop them some marketing material if they want to sell their property. I'm gonna do a whole video series about that. I bought a new camera, y'all, a new nice sleek one, Canon. So I'll be able to kind of take it with the little mini tripod and do some better filming. Marco 11, so sorry. So a lot of Philly for sale. Truth Seeker Philly been on sale for the past 10 years. Where you been? Let me tell y'all, go on Forbes List magazine, 16 boom towns. Every city they put on that 16 boom towns has already been booming for 10 years. By the time the news tells y'all, that's my whole point of doing this thing right now. By the time the news tells y'all what I'm talking about, it's already been 6 months because I'm following it. I have certain Google trends that I'm following and posting on consistently. Yeah, there. I didn't do the text today, so everybody who wants to get on the the Google alerts, it's called Classy Climb, one word, 47, 47, 47. And as soon as we get that bad boy to about 1,000 people, I will go ahead and put it out. We're literally 100 people away from 1,000. So come on, get on there, and then we can go ahead and knock it out. We can start sending it out for everybody. What else y'all got in here? I gotta go. So I know this person. Hello, Erica. Thank you, Harry M, for the $20 super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you for supporting the channel. What's up, Cam Cam? He came back to life. Made 5, Mod Squad, Todd Capital, you got made a mod. Cam Cam, I got you some extra mods to help you out. Rock and Roll Dina, I'm gonna make you a mod because you do when you do here, you do good work. You know, because the bigger we get on this channel, you're gonna have people who are coming here to trip. So oh, Todd Meek. Todd, there's another Todd in here. Todd Capital. I'll say your full thing. Todd Capital LLC, and then Todd Meek is in here today. But Classy Climb 47, 47, 47. That gets on the text notification list for when I go live. So a lot of you, listen, you can either grab the consult or you can come on the live show, super chat, and I can get your questions. But as you see, like even the people that are super chatting aren't even really asking questions. Some of you are the marketing barbershop thing. Give me a minute. I'll probably post something on Instagram. But I do actually, my California people are not going to like that I'm late. Because if I'm late for the first one, I'll be late for the second one. I just got a juicer, zapped the butt out of my sickness. There you go, Cam Cam. Glad you're feeling better. Yeah, the Deal Machine app is not that expensive. Neither is the there's Landglide. I know a lot of people like that, but Landglide or Deal Machine to me, either one works fine. Okay. What do we have here? What else? Manuel said he's an independent contractor for medical industry. Congratulations. How can someone tell 10 years in advance if a town will be booming? What trends to look for? L Graves. We'll do another video on that. We did a video on Chattanooga. I guess I'll do it again, but we'll talk about it. My person's going to be pissed. I'm so sorry, y'all. We'll talk about, you can go on a city site. Remember the whole opportunity zones? I brought on Khalil for opportunity zones, and I'll bring him on again. But you can go and look up your city, and it'll say economic plans or economic development. It'll always be on your city's website, your county's website, where you pay your taxes, all that stuff, and they post it years in advance. Chattanooga, when we did the video on Chattanooga, they have been talking about how they're going to spend millions of dollars by this area. And people that were in the comment section said, yeah, that started 3 years ago. They tell you, they announce it. All this stuff you're seeing, they announce it years in advance, y'all. Dark Man Jeff, with the economy in limbo, is it wise to move to another city for a better opportunity? Dark Man Jeff, the skills rely in you. Because by the time you move to Texas, you figure out your city, you figure out the best side of town to live on, you figure out the best people to connect with, you'd have been better off in your hometown. That's my opinion, because what ends up happening is I see a bunch of people move from California, a bunch of people move from New York and Ohio. They get to Texas, they make money, they go, yeah, it's cheap here. But now that I'm here, I realize I can just go back to my hometown and make money. It happens every time. I promise you. Every time I see it. T. Kelly, I love Erica's Facebook group. Lots of information. I'm telling you, we be going back and forth in that Facebook group. You intend to move to Charlotte? Dark Man Jeff, go ahead and move, bro. They've been building up Charlotte like crazy. Past 10 years. I went to Charlotte. There was no more hood. I was like, where the hood at, y'all? Where the hood in Charlotte? What happened? They gentrified that whole area. Anyway, look, I got to run. But again, if you saw this video, I'll probably do a part 2. Teams are going to matter. Getting on small investment teams, small investment groups. But how do you get there? Having some money to invest. Like testing it for yourself. There's literally, if I can grab it, I guess I'm not going to be able to grab it. Again, Smartphone Millionaire book. How to invest in people, real estate from the palm of your hand. In the back of the book, y'all, in the last chapter, I talk about how to buy businesses online. So I'll do a part 2 of this video, but I feel like if y'all ain't gonna make no commit to yourself to either put $25 into richuncles.com to get some dividends, what's the point of me talking about it? I'm not gonna really help y'all. I have both books now. Love them. Thank you so much, T. Kelly. Thank you, Uriah McIntosh. All right, everybody. This is Erica from the Classy Climb blog. Thank you for being here today. I'll tell my California clients that they are sorry they ate up your time. But everybody, this is Erica. If you have not got on the text notification list, do so. It is Classy Climb 47 47 47. It'll be in the comments. If you want to get in the private Facebook group, all those things will be below. If you need a consult from me, and the links below. You've been amazing. Hit the like button as you leave. You guys have a great night.